Imagine this. You're sitting in a small gray room. A man in a white lab coat tells you to press a button to give another person an electric shock every time they make a mistake. You hesitate, you hear them scream, but the man says, "Please continue." And so you do. Now here's the question. Would you keep going? Because 65% people did. And that's how an experiment at Yale University revealed something terrifying. Ordinary people, people like you and me, can be persuaded to do unspeakable things. In 1961, psychologist Stanley Milgram wanted to understand why so many soldiers in Nazi Germany said the same thing during trials. "I was just following orders." He wondered, were they monsters or just human beings obeying authority? So he created an experiment. Simple setup. Two people come into the lab. One is the teacher, the other the learner. The teacher is the real participant. The learner is an actor, but the participant doesn't know that. They're separated by a wall. The teacher reads word pairs, and when the learner gets one wrong, the teacher must press a switch, delivering an electric shock. Each mistake means a stronger shock. 15 volts, 30 volts, 150, all the way up to 450 volts, marked with two chilling words. Danger! Severe shock. At first it's fine. The learner makes mistakes. The teacher presses the button. A mild jolt. Then as the voltage rises, the screams start. The actor yells, "Let me out! My heart's starting to bother me." The teacher hesitates, looks at the experimenter, a calm man in a white lab coat. And the experimenter says, "The experiment requires that you continue. It is absolutely essential that you continue. You have no other choice." And one by one they continue. Some laugh nervously, some tremble, some beg to stop. But still, they press the button. When it was over, 65% of participants delivered the final deadly shock. That's 2 out of every 3 people. Most were sweating, shaking, visibly distressed, but they obeyed. Milgram later said, "Ordinary people simply doing their jobs can become agents in a terrible, destructive process." He wasn't wrong. What Milgram found horrified psychologists everywhere, because it meant evil doesn't always wear a mask. It doesn't scream or threaten. Sometimes it just says, "Please continue." And the deeper truth? We crave structure. We trust authority. Teachers, bosses, governments, experts. And when that authority tells us something is necessary, our moral compass starts to flicker. The brain actually goes through something called agentic state. It's when you stop feeling like the one responsible. You become an agent of someone else's will. It's how soldiers commit war crimes. It's how employees follow unethical orders. It's how partners justify hurting the people they love. Obedience feels safe. Responsibility doesn't. Fast forward to today, we think we're smarter now, but look around. People still do what they're told. By bosses, politicians, influencers, algorithms, we still trade conscience for comfort. We still press the metaphorical button as long as someone says it's okay. Milgram's experiment wasn't really about the past. It was a mirror, and we're still looking into it. So here's the real question. When life tells you to just follow orders, will you? Because every time you choose to question authority, every time you listen to your own voice, you take back the power that obedience stole from humanity. You remind the world that conscience is louder than command. So maybe the next time someone says, "The experiment requires that you continue," you can finally look up, take a deep breath, and say, "No, it requires that I think for myself.